one of the bottom top laners in the LPL, but this time he's showing some fight. He's using that last pick to get an Aurelia into this matchup. Interesting.
Now, the reason we rank this top laner low is with the Commoner's Ear. Top lane as well is caught up, and JJ's having a great time. Xiaopeng's just trying to steal some things away. Scuttle's going to go into the brush. Xiaopeng now spotted out. Sleep not used yet, but JJ's still following. Devastating charge once more, goes back in. The Onslaught of Shadows is available. Lilting Lullaby there. He gets the fear off, but JJ kites away. Scout here as well. The command protect doesn't save his life. And first blood over to EDG with Twyla now in a bad position. Flandre's coming in. The shockwave locks him down, and Scout will drop as well. Chalitza saving the day. He slowed down, knows there's no Lilting Lullaby. The flash from Flandre gets him out, and TT managed to get more than they thought.
Yep, so it ends up being a mid laner for jungle trade, which is definitely in favor of TT. I would take that trade any day of the week. Just looking at Teen.
Okay, Teen, yep, is going to die here. The ultimate used, and Sam D now in a weird position where he has Crescendum available, but Viper uses the Killer Instinct onto Sammy D, and Viper gets a kill. The bottom lane explodes, and EDG now in favor at deficit.
Yep, still a very strong position for EDG. They're up 2,000 gold, and they are most likely just going to start into the bottom lane. We are going to see Teen.
Dark Passage over the wall. This time Teen redeeming himself, waiting for the flay. He stops the shifting sands. You know what? Teen, that's retribution. He's back on board.
What an amazing play coming out from him. Chalitza does find the stun here.
Does, but Flandre just kiting him back, has a bit of movement speed, gets Hyper almost one more time, but the re-engage here.
Attacking is, I would say, more important on TT's side, just because they are behind in the early game, and they do need some comeback mechanics. They have drafted a very... It's about TT breaking in now.
And look at where they are. Look at the health bars. TT as well can't just make the trade for the Herald, the second Herald of the game. So they want to challenge this one. The flash in from Teen, force the flash out from Viper. Double TP, but TT's health bars aren't favorable. The smite comes in way too early, but it is Aphelios who gets it. Sam D securing the dragon could be big, as meanwhile Flandre into the backline, flashes forward, the Onslaught of Shadows onto Mako, but everyone from EDG that does damage is free hitting. Flandre sacrifices his life, while meanwhile Chalitza being a bit of a big beefy boy himself. 3 versus 2, Mako's running with the facebreaker at the ready, the haymaker down the middle, and JJ trying to get the slow down. He spins once to win, autos the second time, and the kill goes down with Sam D, the only remnant left alive. EDG means they're 3,000 gold ahead still at 17 minutes of the game. And while Mythics are coming out for a TT finally, EDG are solidifying theirs and moving on to the second item. Collector now there, as Chalitza's actually been caught out. Base breaker back, and the Collector Kaiser comes in. 4-0 and 2. Viper
combo in. Flandre's cutting the rest of the team outside. And just watch this from Chalitza. He's a saving grace, but never mind. We're in the LPL.
What happened? It's a kill to Scout and Flandre.
It's a double.
Lilting Lullaby. It's going to be traded here. Mako's waiting. Rampage away. No. Viper gets yet another kill. And, you know, in the LPL, we appease the blood god.
So it looks like TT, after losing the Herald, they do have priority here. They punish Flandre to the maximum. They get the 1 kill. And Scout comes in trying to save the situation, but it definitely wasn't salvageable for him. However, he does get... Oh, wait. Oh, I just noticed that we have a fight in the top 2.
Chalitza's dead again.
If they could split the formation for TT up.
Get the dragon, though, in the meantime. You know, TT, we're heading towards that soul. Could have been something for the comp you talked about, scaling better. I don't know if we get a chance, because Viper's in again. Twyla, say goodbye to your ball again. Twyla goes down, and he's 0-2 and 4. They just keep finding picks.
Yeah, that was so well done on the side of Viper. I believe he had a slow to start that one off as well. Yes, he did have the red buff, so he was able to tag down Twyla, and that's pretty insane when you think about Twyla as their main wombo combo piece, just going in. Scout going in, doesn't get anything, has to flash the emote.
Okay, hook onto Mako, though, meanwhile. He's got a full bar ready for the showstopper and the haymaker combo. Sun turret set up. Chalitza comes in, clears the wave.
High damage build. It's very quick at taking Barons. You could definitely see with the Gnasher's Tooth coming out. Mako might be stuck, though.
No. He's found a great engage, actually. Onslaught of Shadows into the backline. Death Sentence lands as well. JJ goes golden meanwhile, but look at Viper coming in. Has to be exhausted while JJ running out with his flash. A one-man sleep comes through. Scout bops against the wall. Chalitza's suddenly dead. He, too, will press his golden button as the ult from Aphelios flies through, and Sam D can turn the fight, but not until Viper flashes into a Death Sentence. Does he care, though? He's too fed. W for the triple kill, misses, but it's cleaned up by Flandre, and EDG tore that fight to pieces.
Complete ace on the side of EDG coming in, and once more they're able to dance away from the wombo combos. JJ using his W to get out of the Dauntless Vanguard coming in from Chalitza.
He pushes back, he doesn't get hit by the Calibrum, and EDG, you notice that JJ W'd to get out of the Vanguard's edge. Well spotted, Clement, because that was also crucial.
Split pushing here, already has a BF sword for his GA. He's going to be taking these turrets down incredibly fast. And we see the 1-3-1 spread coming out from EDG. The key thing to remember right here is Viper could actually collapse on any of these side lanes in an instant.
Yeah.
So TT without vision on Viper, they're very scared.
They've engaged on him, but he still has... Oh, no, he's used a Killer Instinct before onto Xiaopeng. They flash forward with the dissonance. Xiaopeng almost goes down until the showstopper down. Mako will trade 1 for 1, but Viper, it took a lot of members to kill him.
Like, that was the entirety of the wombo combo from TT. Twyla Xiaopeng were going for another Death Brush in the bottom lane, but EDG calls their bluff. So they are very slow on the rotation, and I think it most likely will cost them the inhibitor.
There it goes down, and that'll set up nicely for the Baron side to push in. And it's just slow and methodical here for EDG, just waiting to kind of end the game. And ladies and gentlemen, let's be quite honest, 30 minutes in, if TT win this game, it's going to be a stroke of miracles in a row against EDG.
Well, miracles can happen as Xiaopeng goes in.
Okay, Shirelli is used into the support of Mako. Meanwhile, Xiaopeng goes in the backline, but Viper pretty much takes no damage. Scout pops them into a row as there's the Lilting Lullaby. It's kind of like a 9-man sleep that we remember from Worlds, but still EDG walking forward. TT with low health bars. JJ gets a slow once more. Killer Instinct was actually just went out for a flat-out Zhonya's. So Twyla now with 3 items. Whether that's relevant or not, as Dragon's getting taken here. Scout clearing up vision towards the top side, and EDG looking to take all these objectives to just lead down the path of victory.
And here is Xiaopeng's moment to shine. We have to remember they might not be able to find the Shockwave plus Onslaught of Shadows combination onto any of the backlines from EDG, but they should be able to hit it against Baron. And that still does a lot more damage than Smite. So this is TT's chance. However, they did give up the ramp a little bit too early. They do have defensive tools, but giving up the ramp is very detrimental to their comp.
They have to walk back, and even the vision getting cleared as Xiaopeng walks up himself. Mako is the threat as Flandre's back over the wall, and EDG not interested in starting the Baron. They want to see Xiaopeng, they want to take him down, and then just secure it easily. JJ also looking for that multi-man sleepers. We might just return again with vision now fully cleared, and the Baron's going to go down really fast.
Yep. Like I mentioned, TT should stay on their side of the jungle. They shouldn't go down. They're in too much of a detriment right now. So just try to hold the ramp, wait until the Baron is low, and chance for the steal.
Viper's tag. Teen goes for the death sentence, sets up the Shirelias once again. Mako running in, flashes burn immediately. Showstopper in the backline, and Viper finds the mark. The face breaker hits 3 people, and it's sleepy sleep time for TT. Just like TT, Clement, they're going to drop this one, and EDG are going to run it into the base.
I'm like TT as well. EDG able to go across the ramp. They completely read TT's play, and they go to the backline with Viper. You know, Sam D had a great game this entire time, but at the end of the day, the other Korean AD carry just was too fed, and he crushes TT dreams and hopes.
Viper looking damn good. Just the usual, what we've been saying every EDG game. Another win on the board, a 1-0 start to this series, and a lot of space to create. And Clement, walk me through EDG, because they've got a lot of wombo effects. They've got a lot of scaling on this roster.
Yeah.
Someone's been watching too much South Park. Well, Dragon's going to go down, at least for now. Xiaopeng trying to make a response on the top side. He goes into the enemy jungle. And while Krugs are there, he's got that target and increasing your damage. So it'll be great for the 1v1 potentials. That hook lands, but Teen, he didn't have 6, even if he wanted to pop that Unbreakable Will. Finally getting somewhere in this lane, Clement. Sam D and T are finally out of the shadow of their turret.
Yeah, and I think they've actually done a very good job. Ooh.
On to Mako. If they find a kill here, it gets even better. You want that S ranking, baby. Flashes forward. Sam D now has his eyes on a bigger prize. 200 versus 201 years. And Viper remains the classic. Cannon Barrage helps out as well as Ninja Gaiden starts
Do is poke JJ into the enemy jungle and try to keep Rek'Sai down that way. So he does need a lot of armor and survivability for that one.
Xiaopeng gonna get tagged. Yes, he is. Lilting Lullaby, and he doesn't have a flashy burner before. Uses that ulti to dive on in. He had no way in it but the highway. Scout flashes away from Chalice, who's going into the Mega Gnar. JJ, remember, that's on his hourglass playing dividends.
I'm here. I'm back.
How dare you?
Hey,
How dare you?
You know me so well. But I definitely think it's a situation where, never mind, Mako's fine. Xiaopeng. Oh, he's just dead.
And Xiaopeng's dead. Prowler's Claw. Yep, no resistances. And Dragon goes down. Team with the engaged Scout with a pretty average ultimate. JJ going golden with the Zhonya's hourglass. He might sacrifice his life as the Lilting Lullaby wasn't even used. So Sam D gets another kill at the cost.
Flandre might be able to cleanse away the slow from your boomerang, but you're going to have consistent ones.
Oh no. EDG challenging the Herald though, Clement in the meanwhile. Into the pit, the steal, not there. Shockwave brings him in and JJ's dead. Cannon Barrage used, no Lilting Lullaby for the second time. As Flandre's too far forward, that knock up beautiful. And it's a double over to Xiaopeng, his Rek'Sai, although behind
delivery system. But so far in this series, I haven't been impressed with the shockwaves. Can he find it here?
Hey, that's the shield bow picked up for Flandre. 2 items, Cannon Barrage onto his position. He flashes away. The ultimate from Viper misses again. He may not have played Aphelios that much as into the backline. JJ with a 2-man sleep. EDG now want to send this fight up as a 2-man Shockwave. Is the retribution into the backline. Rek'Sai, she kills herself into the wall. Chalitza kills somebody else. And Scout's still here trying to auto away. He'll manage to find one. But now onto Twilight. He goes in with the shifting sands. And there was a lot of inting across the board with a lot of cool plays.
That was a really cool comeback from TT. They actually got chunked down early by Flandre, had to go into the river without really boxing out EDG onto the top side, but in that critical blue choke...
What they're fighting over, the Infernal's up in 3 seconds.
It's going to be a very close one, and the question for EDG is who's actually going to poke their head into this fight first. It seems like to me that they're not going to have a choice.
Teen starts off the engage. Chalitza here going into Mega Gnar. Scout bops him away. Shockwave hits onto 2. But Viper's already got the pick onto Xiaopeng. His team is running for his life. He doesn't want to be turned into red meat while Sam D takes the Moonlight Vigil with Infernum attached. EDG, 5 members standing means 5 members going to Dragon.
Oh, that was kind of tragic for Xiaopeng, but I believe he blew up before he could deliver the ball to where it needed to be. So the Wombo combo falls apart, and he also pays with it with his life.
Oh my god. Viper is just walking into turret. It takes no damage because Sephram. And goodbye. If that was any hope of TT defending, and Viper just continues to show his muscle.
And Xiaopeng finally gets the item that he needed the most. He picks up the perfect timing here. He's going to have the stopwatch so that doesn't happen again. But I do want to see how that fight started off. I felt like it was actually a pretty decent... Have a great lilting lullaby coming out from JJ, zoning everyone out. And in pure LPL fashion, we come back to another replay. The fight, he has to teleport in, but he's going to be so late, and he doesn't have the cannon barrage just
Clement
yet.
Setting up the barrel chain. He has the cannon barrage in about 3-4 seconds, but Xiaopeng's going back in for the smite, and TT have secured it. JJ now running away from a big angry dinosaur. He gets slowed down into the wall, sent back into his team. Team bops him up. It's asleep, but he's the one who could go to bed in the end as Viper ranging down. Chalitza gets hit by the cannon barrage, but it's too late. Team will be the trade while Xiaopeng is waiting on the back end. Can anyone see him? He wants the flank here. As they approach the turret, that Rek'Sai is coming in red hot onto Viper, changes target onto Mako, hits the backline. They found a pick, and TT still getting burnt down as Viper's got the range advantage. And they're like, no, this was the wrong move. Ninja Gaiden again. Viper forces him to flash over the wall and almost single-handedly carries a fight while Scout takes down Chalitza. And it's all gone bare-breasted for TT.
Oh, TT finally clawed back the lead, but they give it back in an instant. That was a very tragic chain of events coming in. Xiaopeng waited a long time.
Excuse me, the top right of your screen, and this is what set up the Baron with Scout getting caught out.
A very good play from Teen. He pops a turbo chem tank to get the first kill, but
he's doing 1100 with his crit right now. So Flandre is a big space pirate, and he can hold off the rest of TT.
That is a 80% crit. Game blink incoming. A lot of damage from him. This is going to be a really scary situation, especially for someone like Sam D. He has very low range, only 500 on the Samira. He's going to have to walk up to Flandre. And here we go.
Here we go. Nap time. Flandre waiting for the setup. Calibrum with a 4-man Moonlight Vigil. Mako gets the perfect hook. And Jej's ready to engage. He's in the back line. Scout gets the one ult that matters. Chilita sent off Crunch into the wall. Wallops him down, but he too will die. As Twyla knows this is the game-ending play, he gets scurvy and falls off the pirate ship. EDG wipe him clean. And now they're running through mid.
I really didn't like that play from TT. I don't think taking mid lane tower down was important at all in that situation, and they group up for EDG to find a perfect fight onto them.
Twyla, he's trying to waste some time here, Clement, but he too will die. A full-blown ace. They run through the mid, and EDG, are they the best team in the LPL? It's starting to look like they're top 3, no doubt, as they hold their position with a flawless win.
What I will say is EDG's early game setups